Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to go through a strategy that can get you a pretty quick kill on the Captain Wise Voice boss of Chapter 3 in Black Myth. So if you're having some struggles with this fight, this might make it a little bit easier for you. Starting off with the build that I'm using, so this is primarily going to be focused around increasing our critical hit damage, critical hit chance, as well as using the A Pluck of Many skill. So if we take a look at my stats there on the right, you can see I've got that up to 15% critical hit chance, and then also 151% critical hit damage. And then also another call out, I wanted to make sure that I have my mana up to 270, which will give us enough to do a Pluck of Many skills, and then maybe like a Cloud Step for safety as well. So what I'm using to kind of get there is I've got the Tiger's Acolyte equipped. I'm not going to use him in the fight directly, but this also increases your critical hit damage when it's equipped, as you can see there. And then also, we go back, I've got the Cat's Eye Beads that also increases critical hit chance. And then the other one I have is Back Scratcher, just for some additional stamina. And then also the Keen Insight on our relics. That's also, as you can see, critical hit damage. And then looking at our skills, we've got over here, we've got Wrathful Escalation fully upgraded for critical hit chance increase. We've got Surging Momentum. We've got a couple remaining points in there to get our attack power up, and then also Spiritual Awakening to get us up to that 270 mana that we kind of need to cast some of these spells. And then also some extra things here. I've just got Martial Arts upgraded to Sturdy, got a couple things in Stamina. For Staff Stance, I'm using Smash Stance under my Staff Stance, and then making sure I've got at least 20 points there so we can get that fourth focus point unlocked. And then finally, kind of the next piece of the strategy here is using the A Pluck of Many, and I just want to get a couple points in here so we have the Harmony skill unlocked, because that will unlock the ability to build up focus when those duplicates are attacking, which is going to get us a pretty easy 4 focus heavy charge attack hit. So that's kind of the quick rundown of the build. Now we'll go into the fight and the strategy and the boss and all that good stuff. Okay, so first I'll walk through the footage of me defeating the boss, and then I'll go back after that and just kind of touch on some of the other moves that he does, as this fight skips some of those just so you can see what those look like too. So starting off, first thing I'm going to do is pop that Fireproof Mantle Vessel to start building up some focus points. That'll get us up to 2 focus points roughly as we begin the fight here. So we're going to get into the arena. I'm going to pause here for a second. So the way this boss works, he basically has 2 different hitboxes. One is on his foot, and then the other is his face area. So you need to first attack his foot a whole bunch. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage, but it's going to stagger him so he falls down, allowing you to get to his face, which is where all the damage is. So the first part of this is just hitting his foot a whole bunch. So now as we continue into the fight, he usually starts open with this laser thing, so you can pretty easily avoid that just by running around the side, and you want to sneak around the back as he's preoccupied with that. He'll then laser down straight onto the ground and miss you. This allows you an opening to hit his foot a couple times with a couple light attack combos, which you can see I'm doing here. That also gets me all the way up to 3 focus points already. So after that, I kind of back away. Typically, he'll do like a stomp move or something like that. So I'm just backing away just kind of for safety. I am looking for one particular move for him to do, so I'm being a little bit patient, which we'll see here in a second. So here he's got a laser attack. You can dodge this to the left or right. I missed that, but after that, that's an opening to go and hit his foot again. Typically, after he does an attack move like that, he'll kind of stand around, giving you an opportunity to get an attack combo in. So this is the move I'm looking for. This is going to activate that Beguile Chant or the Red Eye effect. So we'll pause here for a second. So this is going to increase our damage when that's active. So that's why we're waiting for that before we want to stagger him, because when he's staggered and his face is down on the ground, or whatever that ball thing is, we'll have that additional damage to do a big combo, which will just enhance the amount of damage we do. So we don't really want to stagger him until that Red Eye effect goes into place. So I'm kind of being patient, waiting for that to happen. After this, we've got another opening to do another light attack combo, and that should be enough to stagger him, as you can see here. Again, we've also got that additional damage with the Red Eye. So again, if we pause here real quick, immediately after you see him sort of stagger into the air, he's going to then collapse, and that's your cue to activate your A Pluck of Many skill. So you can see I'm doing that here. And this is where we got to get prepared to do a whole bunch of damage. So as we resume the video here, we've got our monkeys going to town. They're building up focus for us. I'm also doing a light attack combo. So that gets me up to 4 focus. So I do that big giant 4 focus attack, and then just continue with another light attack combo while the monkeys also kind of help me out there. So you can see just did a ton of damage. So this will get us into phase 2 of the fight now, and he's got another big move that he's going to pull out during this phase that you want to keep an eye out on, because it can not guaranteed insta-kill you, but it will do a ton of damage. So you'll want to watch out for his front feet that will glow as we see here, and he'll charge at you. Fairly easy to dodge, it's fairly telegraphed if you're looking for it, but if you don't, as you can see here in this example, it pretty much, especially if you're in red-eyed mode, it can kind of insta-kill you, as you can see. So make sure you're keeping an eye out for that. Other than that, the other moves that he does are fairly easy to dodge, nothing too crazy. They don't do a ton of damage for the most part, and as mentioned, he's fairly slow. So going back to the original fight here, he does a lot of just kind of standing around. So here he charges at us. And then, as mentioned, after he does a move, there's usually an opportunity to get in a light attack combo. So I do that, and then I just kind of back away, waiting for him to do another move. As he does this other attack, which there's lightning on the ground. Again, fairly easy to avoid, just move away from the lightning. Again, as you can see, he does a move and just kind of stands there for a couple seconds. So kind of the pattern is wait for him to do a move. If there's an opportunity to go in, get a couple hits in. Basically, we're just trying to stagger him again, so hitting his foot as much as we can. I'm not doing a great job dodging here, as you can see, but again, he did a move, then just kind of stands around for a little bit, so I go in, hit his foot, just trying to get that stagger in. And then now we got another red eye effect, so this is, again, is great timing, because we're going to get some damage increase, and that was actually enough to stagger him, which is going to be enough actually to finish the fight in the second cycle here. So I just kind of finished that up with some combos. I was saving up focus, as you can see, and did that final 4 focus hit to end the fight. So wrapping things up here, just wanted to touch on a couple other moves that we didn't see in the actual fight. This first one, occasionally he'll stomp down, sending out lightning waves. You can jump over those pretty easily, as you can see here. And then he's also got this head swiping move as well, so keep an eye out for those. And then the last big move that I wanted to touch on that we didn't see, and you can see this is coming pretty clearly as the music gets all dramatic and then his head starts spinning around. So for this, again, pretty easy to avoid, just start running around. As long as you keep moving, you'll avoid all these lightning circles that he's going to put on the ground. So this will go on for about 10 seconds, so just kind of keep running around. And then after this completes, the floor is going to turn, the entire floor is going to glow yellow, and then that'll transition to red. So I had some issues just dodging this naturally. However, I discovered if you use Cloud Step, you can basically get around that without any problem. Another method you can use is as that floor turns red and explodes, you can use Transformation, as you can see here, and that avoids it as well. So 2 good methods for avoiding that move. So I'll kind of leave it at that and wrap things up here. So hopefully this strategy helps you if you are having some issues with this fight, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye.